What is up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you have not been here before, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys my skincare routine since a lot of you guys have been asking me via Instagram. But yeah, a lot of you guys have been asking me like, what's your skincare routine? And for the longest time I didn't really have a skincare routine just because my skin wasn't really that bad. Like growing up I did have acne in high school, middle school. Like of course every teenager is gonna go through that phase where you get a lot of pimples because puberty, right? That's the only time I really had bad skin. And mind you guys, my skin type is really dry. I've never really had oily skin. The oiliest part of my face is probably my T-zone, and that's probably it. So I never suffered from like clogged up pores. So I treat my face very differently. I really don't use a lot of products. All the products I'll be using is right here, with that little corner right there. But that's all I'm gonna show you guys. I really don't do much. But since I am getting older, like I feel like my skin is changing along with my age. I'm getting old, so is my skin. I do my best to opt out for like more natural products. If anything, I go for Korean skincare products because their skin are just so smooth, like buttery smooth. I mean, I get that they wear makeup too, but like a lot of these women are like smooth looking, like their skin looks almost perfect. And if you guys didn't know, like South Korea is really big on like beauty, so like I trust them more in that. So I do my best to opt out for Korean products, and I have used a ton before because I would go to Philippines and get some for my sister-in-law. Like she'll give me a bunch of stuff, and it's always worked for my skin. But there are certain like products that I stick to just because my skin is so sensitive. I'm sure everyone's like sensitive to a certain product, maybe due to a certain chemical that it contains. So right now I have my full face on, and this is really perfect so I can show you guys how I take my makeup off. So one thing I've really learned growing up is to always wash my face off. There was probably like 3-4 times in my life where I forgot to wash off my makeup, and that's probably because I was just so too hammered to like wash it off. First thing first is wash this makeup off. And I don't use oily products, but sometimes I do use like baby oil, Johnson & Johnson's baby oil, because I wear waterproof mascara. It's really hard to wash it off unless you have baby oil or oil in general in your makeup product. For me, I find it the cheapest to go for baby oil, Johnson & Johnson. So I opt out for that when I wash off my eyes. But let me get my headband on because I just bought this headband maybe for the purpose of this video. It is the cutest thing ever. I was gonna get the white one with like pink on the inside, but I figured that it would get too dirty and look really gross after like a long day of full-on face. Like, can you just imagine all of the foundation that would build up onto that headband? Let those ears out and make sure my ears are up and my face is exposed. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh my god, this is so cute. First off, I am gonna take a cotton. I always like to wash off my lips first, just because if I start from my face and then move on to my lips, I just feel like it like spreads all over my face and it looks weird. For my makeup remover, I used Garnier Skin Active Cleansing Water. All-in-one mattifying, removes makeup, cleanses, and purifies pores. So I'm gonna do like the softer side rather than the more like textured side, because the other side is a lot more cottony and the cottons are more loose than compressed, and so like it just spreads all over my lips. But I typically just pat it down. Try not to like spread it all over my face. And then a different cotton, I'm gonna start working on removing my foundation. It's kind of hard because the mirror is this way, so yeah. I did like a really hardcore like face contour today, but I used a cream contour, and I like that better than powder. I always use the Anastasia powder contour kit, and it doesn't look as, what's the term? Doesn't look as defined. Like it's more blurred than like, you know, like sharp. But now you see my naked face. Next, I'm gonna move on to the eyebrows and my eyeshadow. I'm gonna remove that with this, and I'm gonna use the baby oil for my eyeliner and my mascara. My eyeliner is actually like waterproof, and I used the ColourPop liquid liner, and I'm not kidding about this, guys, but this is the best liquid liner I own. It's way better than the Kat Von D that I own, which is like $20, better than the Stila ones. It's like waterproof and sweatproof. So for my eyeliner and mascara, I'm gonna use Johnson's baby oil. So I just take a little bit of that and kind of like, I don't rub it on my eye because, like I said, the skin on our eyes are very sensitive. I take a dry cotton and just dab around my eyes to basically take out all the oil that's on my face. So now it's not as oily. Diana, what are you doing? Down. Girl, you're not playing with these cotton swabs. She loves playing with the cotton swabs, and I hate when she does it because it like, she'll like rub the cotton off. It sucks cleaning it. So no, go. You're a sassy little cat. After removing my makeup, I typically start using this Murad exfoliating cleanser, and I got this as one of the samples from Sephora, and I'm just letting my water run because it needs to be warm. I don't like it too cold, but I got this from Sephora, like, you know, when you get like points. So I've been trying this out, and it's been lasting me for a long time now, but I love the fact that they do it because you can try like smaller portions of, like, you know, skincare products, because sometimes, you know, some skincare products may not be appropriate for your skin or good for your skin. So, and you know, those things are expensive. So I think I'm gonna stick to this because the little beads in there are like super fine. It doesn't really rub your skin. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost too much, like very soft to the skin. But if I don't use this, I will use St. Ives. But this is a scrub mask, so I'll use this like 3 times a week, but I'm not gonna do that today because this is just like my everyday routine. And I use masks like 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure my face is damp and wet, and then I'll apply this. So my face is damp. Ooh, and a little too damp. So I'll take a little bit of that. Oh, that's not a little bit. It's way too much. But I use my ring finger and my middle finger to just rub it around. And you don't really want to go too intense because it's gonna damage your skin. You can't see like the little beads, I guess. So it's very fine. I love that. I love the fact that it's not like thick or too sharp. I saw a lot of reviews about Kylie's skincare. Like, she was using walnut as an exfoliator, and I heard that's not healthy for your skin. Her skin is very sensitive, so you don't want anything too harsh to be rubbing on your face. So I'm just gonna wash that off, and to wash that off, I like to use my EcoTool little facial brush cleanser, just because like it's much cleaner to use than my own hands. So I'll just kind of like rub that off as I'm like washing it off with water. So typically just like run it through just to like exfoliate it further. I feel like when I wear makeup, it just like sinks into my pores, and I want it out as much as possible so it doesn't get clogged, so I don't get blackheads. I really don't get blackheads though. Like, that's one thing I'm grateful for. Like, I don't really get blackheads like that, and that's because my skin is dry. Dry skin doesn't really deal with much like clogged pores, so my pores are like pretty closed for the most part, so I never get clogged like that. So thankfully I don't have that problem, but I do hate the fact that I have to find the perfect moisturizer for my skin and that it changes throughout the season, And during wintertime, like my nose tends to get super like dry, and it like my skin starts to chip off. And so like when I wear matte makeup during the wintertime, because I mean like wintertime is when you want to wear matte, you know, makeup products. Like you don't really want to look too oily in the wintertime like that. Like you go for very velvety texture makeup, you go for like, you know, soft matte looks, warm, or not warm, but cooler tones. So when I wear matte like makeup products, my skin like just starts to chip off. It like starts peeling and it looks ugly when you get close to my face. That's a downside to having dry skin. After washing my face with an exfoliator and applying this no stress zone skin defending cream mask with peach and seaweed, this anti-pollution cream mask is your barrier for defending delicate skin against the daily exposure of toxins in the air. Antioxidant-rich peach flower extract detoxifies and soothes, while seaweed delivers a protective skin shield to your skin. Declare your no stress zone. So I like using this because it's super like, I mean, it basically pretty much told you. But I got this from Ulta, and I like to use this because it kind of really like de-stresses my skin. I'll apply this all over my face, and I'll leave this for about 5 minutes. They say 15 minutes, but I don't need to leave it on that long.
A few moments later.
Okay, so 5 minutes is up and I'm ready to wash this off. I like to wash it off with cold water because it feels more refreshing. It feels more cooler to my skin. And one thing that I have added to my skincare routine is the aloe vera. And this is by Skin Food, and this is a Korean beauty product that you can get from Ulta. And this is really super soothing and super cooling to your skin. So after that, I am gonna use the True Cream Aqua Bomb Belief, and this is something I've been trying out lately. And this is another Korean product that you can get from Sephora, but this was just a sample from one of their loyalty point system. And I was like, hey, let me give it a try. But it basically moisturizes your skin, and it's super cooling as well. So I just use a little bit of that, and plus it smells super good, and you don't need to wash it off. You can put this on in the morning when you wake up to really wake your face up. I mean, you can use the aloe vera too, but you can add this to your routine. You can put this on your neck too. I'll let that dry off for a little bit, but honestly, this is probably gonna be added officially to my skincare routine because it's been treating my skin really nice. So for my moisturizer, I like to put my moisturizer first and then the aloe vera gel to really lock in that moisture on my skin because it is so dry. This is like my #1 go-to, and I will never switch up on this brand. I use the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, Intense Hydration Skin Protectant. For many years, I was actually having a hard time finding the right skin moisturizer. Everything has failed me. It always left my skin cracked. But this one, I gave this a try, and it is kind of like on the expensive side, but it's so worth it. I use this moisturizer like typically before I head out for the day, just to really keep my skin hydrated when I'm outside and just out and about. But after that, and once my skin settles in with this moisturizer and kind of dries up, I'm gonna put some of this aloe vera gel. I'm so glad that they have this in Ulta Beauty now, because when I used to use this back then when I was in high school, I don't think any American brands really sold it. Like, you either had to order it online, or my sister-in-law would like give some to my brother when he traveled to Philippines, and then she would basically just like give me some when my brother gets home back from Philippines. But I don't really use a lot, so I'll take like one swap. And like I said, my skin's pretty much dry now, and it's so soothing. Like, imagine leaving this in the fridge and using it every night. It is so relaxing. And what I typically do after, you know, applying this, I'll like read a book, so I don't like go straight to bed with this on, because you know I'm gonna be turning and switching around my pillow. So so you don't want the product all over your pillow. So I like let this settle into. It kind of helps me go to sleep a little bit just because it's so soothing. It's super cooling and I just feel so refreshed afterwards. But finally put on this Burt's Bees eye cream. I always put this on at night because it is a thicker consistency and you don't want to go out with like white cream under your eyes, so I'll just put it there. And I didn't really put like the aloe vera right beneath my eyes, so I have like empty space to like put the eye cream in. Final thing that I do before I head to sleep is use the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Lip Therapy. Because my skin is dry, my lips are also dry, so I really do have a hard time keeping my lips moisturized. I have a bad habit of like licking my lips when it's dry, and from what I know, it makes your lips even more dry. So I have that bad habit. Or like I'll like chew and like bite on my dry lip skin. It's such a bad habit, but I'll like nibble on my dry skin on my lips, and it's so bad because it just makes it harder for my skin to regenerate and heal itself. But that is pretty much it for my skincare night routine. A lot of you guys have been requesting this, and here I am finally providing it to you. And so I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed my video. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that ring button, bell button, so you don't miss any of the notifications every time I post. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all on the next video.